welcome to Crafting Unedited. My name's Sierra and today we are going to talk about transferring infusible ink onto a 100% polyester t-shirt. I just did a video on the process of cutting the infusible ink, and today we are going to actually transfer that cut onto the product. The product that I had purchased is a 100% polyester t-shirt. You can see right there it says 100% polyester. For best results, you want to use only 100% polyester fabric. You don't want to use a mixed blend or a cotton blend, and that's because it won't come out as vibrant and pow. So they do make these in darker colors, so if you wanted to use a lighter color infusible ink, you can definitely do so. Like the blue that I bought, it's actually right here. Like this one might show up on a darker color, or if you get like a white or a light pink or a light purple, definitely a possibility. But I chose to go with white for simplicity. It's easy. And it's polyester, so it's less likely to stain. Alright, so I have my shirt, and a couple of other things that you're going to need is your heat press. Obviously, you do need one of those. All infusible ink packages come with equal amounts of butcher paper. That's this white paper that you will find in between, or like in the center of the roll of your infusible ink. And you will need a sheet of cardstock. Color doesn't really matter. I chose white because I didn't want to have any color bleed through to my shirt just in case. Didn't want to risk it. So piece of cardstock, butcher paper. If you lose the butcher paper that comes with the infusible ink, you can use butcher paper from Amazon. It's very cheap. It's just to contain the gases that are released when you press your shirt. All right, let's get started. So first thing you're going to want to do is set up your heat press. Mine is already preheating over here, and I'm going to go ahead and set up my shirt with the cardstock inside of the shirt and the butcher paper on top. Let's see. Want to make sure that you guys can see me properly. So I'm going to move this bad boy back a little bit. Turn this all the way over. Another thing that you want to make sure that you're doing, or that you have done, is you have wiped your hands completely clean. You don't want any oil, grease, debris I have on my hand. Thought I already did that, but apparently not. Alright, so we are going to set this stuff down here. See, a little black splotch. And make sure you get all that off, because if not, it'll go onto the ink and can ruin it, which is not fun. Alright, we got that good to go. You can get the shirt down. You're just going to place your shirt on your press like you normally would for any other design. Try to avoid all seams so that you get an even press on it. And actually, I like to do this. So to get an even centered line, I will fold my shirts in half. Polyester is definitely tricky to work with because it doesn't want to do what you want it to do. Fold it in half there. And we're going to skip the cardstock part for now, just because I want to get a good center line. Being very careful around the press plate to avoid burning myself, because it does not seem like fun. Should be right along where the V is, because this is a V-neck shirt. There we go. To get that center line, I'm just going to literally put it on the edge of my press, put the butcher paper on top of it. Butcher paper's not long enough, that's okay. Slide it down. Now I have my heat press set at 250. You can set it higher if you want. You can set it lower if you want. 250 is a solid number for me. I believe Cricut recommends like 325, 350 for this, but I'd rather press a little bit longer and not risk burning my products than having a higher temperature and it take a little less time. All right, now that that part is done, my cord is getting stuck. There we go. All right, so as you can see, now I have an even line down the middle, right there. All right, so that's gonna help me center my decal when I get it on there. All right, so I got my shirt on. I'm take my cardstock, get it into the shirt, like so. You're just gonna kind of align the cardstock where you're going to press. And what the cardstock does is it prevents the ink from bleeding onto the other side of the shirt. It protects both the mat and the rest of your shirt. So if it's not wide enough for your decal to fit across, then you want to make sure that you use 2 pieces, whatever it takes, right? So this is my decal. You had me at tacos, and this is what the infusible ink color is. So this does not look that bright. I was told that as I press it, it'll get brighter. We're gonna see just about. We're gonna see what that's all about. So first I'm going to align it where I want it. And this seems about right. Looks like it's about 2 inches from the neckline. I'm gonna go down just a little bit further. This is for myself, because tacos are life. So I have it where I want it for the most part, I believe. I'm just gonna kind of lift it up here a little bit and make sure that I like it. Kind of can be a little straighter, but that's okay. I just need it to be roughly where I want it so that I can remove 1 layer, because this is going to be a 2-part press. First infusible ink, then the other glitter vinyl, glitter iron-on, whatever you want to call that. All right, so I got that there. My tacos is looking a little lopsided, so we are going to straighten it out a little bit there. There we go. All right. OCD here, man. They need to make a t-shirt level. I know they make levels and T things, but still not the same. All right. Go ahead and put the butcher paper on there. I'm gonna check something really quick here. All right, sorry, I had to check something real quick. We're back. Anyway, so got my infusible ink lined up on my shirt here. I got my butcher paper right on top of it. We're gonna go ahead and press it. So slide that under there. Flip my heat press around. Make sure that the butcher paper is covering all the shirt material. Oh, it's not all the way under there. Get under there. There we go. And there we go. Now what it's going to do is while it's pressing, it's going to release some gases. And that's what the butcher paper is there for. It's to kind of just absorb all of those gases and that moisture and everything that could go into that shirt and into the ink and kind of ruin it. So a couple of steps that you want to remember are prep your area. Make sure that there's no oils or anything surrounding it. Prep your shirt. Pre-press it. For infusible ink, always pre-press. Make sure that you have some sort of heat applied to it before you go putting your infusible ink on there. Put the cardstock in the middle, butcher paper on top. 15 to 30 seconds. I did 30 at 250. And just follow the instructions that Cricut gives you. It's really that simple, guys. All right, so we're gonna peel it up, see what it looks like. It's not quite there yet, so I'm gonna do it a little bit longer because it is very, very faint. Like I said, I do mine a little bit lower temperature because that's just how I am. I think if I would have had it at 350, it would have been great to go, but I did it and that's okay. So this is not a cold peel, warm peel. You just peel it off when it's done, I believe. I believe so. Let me double check that for you. I don't want to give you wrong information. Cool. Needs to be cool before you peel it off. See? That's why I always double check. So we're going to go ahead and turn that off. Lift this up. Roll it around. Give it a little airing out. Let it cool, and we're going to talk about it for a second. So the butcher paper, one and done. You don't reuse it ever. You use it once, and then when you're done with this project, you toss it. Don't know why, that's just what Cricut says. Probably because all of the moisture and the gases and whatever that come off of that shirt and that ink are now in this, and we don't want to transfer that over onto another shirt, right? I don't know. If each of my infusible ink projects comes with one of these, then I don't really see the need to reuse them anyway. All right, so we're gonna give that another minute or so to breathe. And then we'll peel that off. We'll go ahead and start on my second thing here. So, layering infusible ink. Design Space does not have any details on that. So we are winging this. I'm gonna cut this as close as I can so that I can get it on there. Get back on there. Bring my butcher paper back over here. And align this. As close as I can get it without overlapping here. Good enough for me. It's my shirt, so it's okay. I know, I keep disappearing off of the camera. I'm sorry, guys. Alright, let's get that on there. Just press down. And we're actually going to go 2 times 30 seconds. So I'm going to press for 30 seconds, lift, press for another 30 seconds, and then I'll let it cool off. Just because I did use glitter HTV for the You Had Me at part. It is a bit thicker than the infusible ink and other iron-on vinyl, so I like to press it twice to make sure that it's on there. So while we wait for that, let's talk about subscribing. Subscribing to my channel has lots of benefits and perks. Like, you get to know when I'm on. See, there we go, there's one. You get to know when I'm on, which I guess if you're scrolling around through YouTube, you'll know when I'm on. But if you hit the bell, you'll know when I'm on even more so right then and there, because you'll get an alert from YouTube. YouTube will say, hey, Crafting Unedited posted something new. You should watch that, and you definitely should. I am doing lots of big new things, and I want to teach you how to do these big and new things too. I want you to learn with me. I want you to help me learn. So if you have any tips or tricks that you've done with infusible ink, drop a comment below so that I can learn with you and you can learn with me. And we can just be one big learning family. Sounds like a Barney song. It's not, I promise. All right. So, subscribe. You won't be disappointed, I promise. Turning the heat press away. Pulling this out. Carefully to not run over my own shirt there. Alright, and I like to warm peel the glitter, so we're going to go ahead and peel that off. There. Just set that off to the side. And we got to let that infusible ink cool down apparently. I did turn off my press already. So it's now or never, I guess, huh? Oof. So far this is what it looks like. Still waiting on that to cool. It needs to cool completely, I guess. Once cool, slowly remove the butcher paper, then slowly remove the liner with design. I'm not sure why it said slowly remove the butcher paper. I did miss that part, and I messed up my lighting by waving this bright white shirt in front of the camera. So I seem kind of dark, but that's okay. Alright. Let's go back over here to the press mat. There we go. Should be pretty cool there. It is. I mean, it's not as vibrant as I would have hoped. I really did think that it was going to be super, super, super bright once it went on, but I was wrong because maybe I didn't do it right. But I don't know. This is the end result. As you can see, you can barely see where it says tacos, but it does say tacos. I mean, it's not much brighter than it was on the... It's actually lighter than it is on this. I don't know. I'm not impressed yet, but again, maybe I didn't do it right. But it was fairly easy to do, I guess. I like my vinyl better. Sorry, Cricut. It's a bit of a pain in the butt to deal with, but it's pretty cool how it's ombre'd. Looks neat. Didn't burn through the shirt. I don't know. I'll give it another try. No worries. But for now, that's all I got for you. That's how you use the infusible ink. That's how you press it. That's how you transfer it onto a shirt. And that's how you learn if you like or love a product. You test it. You try it. You learn it. If you love it, you love it. If you don't, you don't. I know lots of people who love the infusible ink who say that it's way better than regular iron-on. I'm not there yet, but this is also my first attempt at this. So maybe when I do the other colors, the darker colors, it'll be really cool and I'll be really excited. But for now, I'm kind of this. I'm not here, I'm not here, I'm here. So we'll leave it there. And remember, subscribe. I'll love you forever. I mean, I already love you forever anyway, because you're watching me. Until next time, we'll see you later.